Hello and welcome to my channel, Linux World. And this is a continuation of container platform Podman. And in last video, we talked about creating container images, custom images, and we have created a custom image using the CentOS Stream 9 image that we have downloaded, and using that we have created a image with HTTPD installed, and we have deployed a container using that image, and we have exposed that to port 8081. In today's presentation, we will discuss using a Dockerfile to create custom images. So to do that, instead of specifying it on the command line to create an image, deploy a container and then create an image, we will just use a Dockerfile, which is a very effective way. So let's get started. First thing I will do is in my home directory, I will create a directory, mkdir, and call it deployments, or I will call it container deployments. So there you go. I will move into that directory, and I am in here, and here I will create my Dockerfile, and then I will write a directive called from CentOS Stream 9. Use this image, this operating system image. And another directive will be maintainer information. It's going to be maintained by my domain, Linux World, and specify admin at an email. Okay, Linux World. Okay, the next directive is going to be run dnf-y install nginx. We're going to create a custom CentOS image with nginx on it. So we will have this run on this deployment, and it will be part of the image. We're going to do another command. We're going to echo Dockerfile test on nginx, right? And we want to send that over to var www.html index dot, for nginx web server, the location is different. User share nginx ginx html index.html. Okay, and next thing we're going to do is expose port 80, okay, of the container, expose, and then we're going to run cmd, a command on the container. User sbin, have to specify the full path, nginx, give a flag like so, then specify another parameter, DAEMON, off like so, and close it. So The run command executes any commands when Docker image is created, and CMD will execute any commands when a container is executed, right? So this will execute when I create a container from it, and this will execute when the image is created, right? So okay, so I think we are done with this file for now, and you can of course build on this according to your application. We're using Dockerfile, so we can cat that out, right? Dockerfile, there you go. So next thing we're going to do is podman build -t, specify a name for this image. It's going to be by linux.world, and it's going to be CentOS 9-engine X. I can latest. I can specify the version of that, right? So if we have another Nginx version in the future, we can, convert that to, you can, maintain a life cycle of the image, like with versioning, latest 1.1, 1.2, 2.1, stuff like that. So let's run this. Oh, I haven't specified, use a file in my current directory and build out an image. Okay. So we building a new image using the Dockerfile in my current directory. Okay. Let that run. Okay. So all right, it ran through. I want to go a step back, and we can name this container deployments, or actually should have named this Nginx. Under this directory, if I move back here, I could have created another directory called CentOS 9 in Nginx, like that, and then move this Dockerfile to CentOS 9. So this way you have a directory for each deployment, right? So if I go, right now I'm under my directory root, and under that I have created a container deployments directory. Under this I have a deployment directory for CentOS 9 Nginx, which contains its Dockerfile to deploy, and I can create another one, right? mkdir cent. This is just organizing your structure for deployments. CentOS 9 httpd, and this will have its own Docker touch CentOS 9 httpd Dockerfile. Just an empty file, just to show you that this is how you can maintain. So if I go under CentOS 9 Nginx, then I ran the command earlier. I keep going up to deploy. -t is just tagging this new image with my name, and I use my current directory. So I went inside this directory and used the Dockerfile inside it, right? So this is how you would do it. Anyway, so with that being said, and our image build process went through, so let's use the command podman
images to list our current images, and you can see that previously we had deployed the HTTPD image, and now we see the Nginx image as well using Dockerfile. So now that we have the image, let's run a container using this image. Podman run in the daemon mode on a exposure port 8082 on the server side, which is our test VM, and export support 80 of that. Container linux.world, use the image linux.world CentOS 9-nginx. Okay. Okay, Podman PS. Podman PS will show that 5 seconds ago we have it's up and running in expose support 8082, and it named itself nostalgic tu _ nostalgic. I like these names. So it's running. So what we can do is use our good old curl localhost and port 8082 this time, and we should get this message: Docker test on Nginx. If you look at the Dockerfile, we had specified in our build to an index.html web page that says this, right? So there you go. You can also run curl on the pod container network, which is this. You can curl that. You can see the same thing, Docker test on Nginx. All right. I believe that's it for now. In the next video, we are going to discuss external storage in Podman. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned.